何をしててもデイドリーミング Yeah 君の言葉繰り返し寝ても覚めてもやまないそっけない君の笑顔が恋しくて星に願うのまた会えるよね
There we go. How about now? YouTube live streams are hard, guys. YouTube live streams are very hard. What's up, everybody, and welcome to a YouTube live stream, which we don't do often. We don't do enough. You know what I'm saying? How's everybody's Thursday going? It's an eventful week. Revice is over. Geet starts this week. We're scoring Toku predictions. Revice today. Next Thursday over Twitch, we're doing Toku predictions Geets with Tokusatsu, Thomas Jujubee, and Keza Henshin. What song is playing? This is off of the League of Legends Star Guardian Sessions playlist. It's called I'll See You Again. I just have Spotify open. And the Star Guardian sessions are absolutely copyright free, so I know I could play this. I love Toku Show hype. We're in the like right perfect little area, you know what I mean? We know how Revice is, we're accepting it. We don't know if Geets is gonna suck, so we're all super excited. When is Geets prediction happening? Geets prediction is happening at this same time next Thursday over on Twitch. Just finished our inaugural episode of Henshins and Homies. Hell yes, how'd it go? Japan Magnum. Oh, we don't have Japan Magnum emotes here, huh? We don't have, I think I can only have 10 emotes right now because I don't have many channel members. I think the more channel members you get, the more you get. I should tweet out that we are live. Let's see. Where's my... I'll tweet out the Japan Magnum emote. Are live scoring Toku predictions. Does this even have a URL? Just gonna spam it in Twitch next time. Spam it enough. Okay, what's this song? This is off the same playlist. This is called Court Walk by 3D Blast. I do like this. I am starting to like more streams with the music playing under. How do I find the URL for this stream? Oh, share that. There we go, I found it. I found it! And I guess I gotta do it in Discord too, huh? Discord's working. Somebody said Discord wasn't working? So, like, that might be bad. Jeff Toei can't get us on YouTube? No, the problem is that Jeff Toei can get us more on YouTube. Can get us far more on YouTube. That's why we go to YouTube a lot less. Sorry, just tagging everybody in the Discord real quick. so we can let everyone know that we're live. I always forget to do this when I do YouTube Live, which is probably why I don't do YouTube Live much. But today I'm trying to do it right, you know? Everyone. Still getting better from COVID. If I look a little sweaty on stream, like I said before, mind your business. What was it again? I'm sorry. This song is Court Walk on the League of Legends Star Guardian playlist on Spotify. It's also on YouTube. More like Toevid. Toevid is true. How are you? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. If you guys see me bolt off, Birdie, my wife, is not feeling super well today, so I might have to like go attend to her for a little bit. But for now, we're doing good. We're rolling. We're rolling. But I know there was something a lot of you... How's the kid? She got better quicker than all of us. It's so annoying. Good for her. That's great for her. But like 2 days and she was back up and running. Looking forward to showing you in Pronghorn the drawing I'm working on, which is a fusion between Geet's helmet and Ichigo's Holomask from Bleach. Hell yeah. I'm excited to see it. What Geet's Rider do you want to see the most? I'm really excited for Mary. Super excited for Mary. My YouTube just told me now would be a good time to insert ads. This ain't Twitch. I ain't playing ads. YouTube will play ads on its own, sure, not me. Not your boy. All right, let's get to what we're here to get to, because a year ago next week, 2 weeks from now, I did a little thing with a few creators called Toku Predictions Revice, where we went through a ton of categories, a ton of questions that I made up, and we tried to predict what would happen in Kamen Rider Revice after only seeing episode 1. Did we get it right? Did we not? I don't know, but whoever did get the most right is going to win a Desire Driver. We all put money into a pot, and that money is going to be used to buy the winner a Desire Driver. I have not watched this video in months, so I'm gonna get YouTube chat to help me score it out right now, because I know there are some things that we'll have to get like half points or like not the full amount of allotted points. So we'll see. That's a good prize. Yeah, the prize was always next year's driver. The prize was always next year's driver, but we didn't know what next year's driver was yet, and now I can finally say, oh, it's the Desire Driver. How do I run a poll on YouTube? There it is. Okay, cool. All right, so if we go to my YouTube, we go to videos, we scroll all the way down to 11 months ago. There it is. Found it. Kamen Rider Revice Toku Predictions. And we're quite literally just going to sit here, go through the video with a notepad. I could probably just go text like that. And I'll go Hawk. Can I do this? How do I go to dark mode in YouTube, guys? Settings? Don't look at my settings. Don't look at my settings. Don't look at my settings. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Wait.
Hey, money?
Hold on. I'm ill prepared. How do I just switch to dark mode automatically? Rewatching Hawk's content entertaining. I'm just recycling myself. It's crazy. Click your profile at the top right. All right, hold on. Let me go over here. I don't know what pops up where, so I don't want to like show you guys. There we go. Appearance, dark theme.
You're not wrong.
There we go. All right, so this should look better with the words Hawk 0, and then we'll go Squall 0, Jim 0, and Alsace 0. And then we'll take these and we'll put them right down here in the corner so we can keep track of what's happening. Yay! Dude, I'm so good at this. Actually, I'll put them up here in the corner. And we'll go F11 for full screen. Dude, I am literally the best streamer there is. Look at how good I am at this, guys. We're so good. It's going so well. Recycle, Hawk! Recycle! I found it. We're good. Thank you very much, everyone that helped. It's going to be a special for Shinobi because it's 2022 and 4 months left. Shinobi special is not happening in the next 4 months. I will put another Desire driver on it. I've already had to buy plenty. And I'll still put another one on it. All right. So, Old Hawk is going to explain how this video went.
You're somebody say money.
But today, we are doing something absolutely very special. Came up with a little bit of a game show, and I called 3 of the biggest names in Tokusatsu right now, and 3 of my favorite creators. The co-conductor in the Tokusatsu World Tour, Gem for Pronghorn Heroes.
I'm here. I'm down to talk Revice. I'm ready to just hang out and talk predictions, y'all. Let's predict.
A Tokusatsu OG, some might say. Squall Charleston.
Oh, you're making me feel old with OG. Throwing that out.
The certified. For the record, while I was putting this together, you can see just different spacing in between everyone, and I was so mad while I was editing. It made me furious. I was like, no, it can't be like that. That's not how this is supposed to go. Oh, I forgot what was the other thing I was gonna say. Somebody said, please save this entire stream on YouTube. All my streams are saved on YouTube. You can go back and watch them if you're channel members, basically. Lover boy of Tokusatsu, Alsace, how's it going? Now goes by Christian Antoine on YouTube if you want to find his YouTube.
How we doing?
What's up, Chad? How's it going? For a second, I thought you were gonna be like, yeah, and I like to party. I'm Gem, and I like to party.
And that's it.
I also like to party.
My name's Alsace. I also like to party.
No, only one of us likes to party.
But I also like to party.
This is Tokusatsu Predictions. I got myself and these 3 wonderful guests to dip a little bit of money into a pot. And at the end of the year, because this game show's gonna take a year, I don't stream on YouTube more. The problem is if this wasn't my video, and maybe if it still is my video, who knows? I would just get a gigantic copyright notice right now on this screen, and then YouTube would shut me down. I don't know why I thought of this way. At the end of the year, that pot is going to go to the winner to pay for their pre-order for next year's driver, for next year's rider. Round 1. Everybody see that? I just want to replay that. The winner gets awarded the driver for next year's rider. For next year's driver, for next year's rider. Boom. Boom. Psych. Definitely not Shinobi. Just letting you all know. Have you heard of the Titan 01 comic? Yeah, I'm excited to read it. Not that driver. If YouTube would let me replace videos, I could go back and replace it. Round 1 is the category Reiwa Traditions. Basically, all yes or no questions. These ones are going to be worth 1 point apiece. At the end of the year, if it happened, we get a point for it. If it doesn't, we don't get a point for it. Simple as that. Easy peasy. So, number 1. Will the final boss of the season be beaten by the first form under a different name? Will the final boss of the season be beaten by the first form in a different name? For example, Realizing Hopper or Wonder Almighty. And that didn't happen. Shout out. Not a Reiwa tradition anymore. Also, if you guys know that something happened and I can't remember it, or if I got something wrong, tell me what Revice episode it happens in, and I will look up the episode right here and we'll find it and make sure and double check for everybody, okay? No matter how you look at it, the final form beat GIF, the final form beat Juga, and the final even just the base form beat Vice.
Ooh, Ooh, yes.
I'm gonna go with yes, but I feel like he's gonna have like an orange accent somewhere, son.
Also going with yes. I think it's a given at this point.
Yeah, I'm in the same barrel. We're all yes on this one. Number 2. We were all 0 points. Nobody got it. Will the final boss be one of the 3 dead mens that we already met in episode 1? Any way you stack it, the answer to this one is no.
Since we're going with yes or no answers, I'm just going to say yes. I won't get down to specifics.
No.
Squall, 1 point. No, really?
No. Yeah.
I'm also gonna say no.
All right, I'm gonna side with Jem and go yes. Squall and Alsace, 1 point each. Good job, boys. Squall 1, Alsace 1. Me and Jem already falling behind. Also, tell me in the chat who you think is gonna win. Not just based off this first episode, but just based who's gonna win the whole thing. So we're 50-50 for this one.
This is a Toku prediction civil war right here.
Question 3. Will the official secondary rider, that meaning not Vice, be blue? Will the official secondary rider be blue? I also think it's Squall. I haven't seen this in a while, but there's one thing that I know Squall predicted that I think puts him in the thing. The official secondary rider is Live. So, is Live blue? Sadly, we're not talking Holy Live or Evility Live. We're just talking Live. So, is Live blue? He is white and gold. Can we do half points? No.
I'm going to say no.
I'm gonna say no.
Also, no.
I'm going to say yes from this one. I'm an idiot. Squall, Jem, and me, and Alsace all get points. Your boy is stuck at 0. But the idea was, we talked about it in the stream. The idea was that, like, if you're holding his soft vinyl figure, the back is blue because the soft vinyl figures have like no details on the back. So I'll break from everybody else.
We have someone ask if the game ends in a tie, what happens then? We split the belt, right? Like we get custody.
Yeah, we send it back and forth.
Okay.
Between the
the
Midwest. I've now decided if there's a tie, each person gets 1 raise buckle. And then we send the middle back and forth.
Vince?
In Los Angeles.
Oh, you already think who's going to win this? Okay.
My uncle works at Toei, so I already know. Number 4. Will the quarter 3 power... Will the quarter 3 power-up be a berserker form? All right, so this is where we get a little rocky, right? Because quarter 3, you could say Jack Revice. But is Jack Revice a berserker form? Because if I'm calling it, then there is no berserker form in Revice. It is just a Vice form. A berserker form being like Metal Cluster Hopper before he got the sword, where he like can't control it at all, or Build Black Hazard form. Jack is not a berserker due to Vice never losing control of the form. At first, technically, but not permanent. There is none. No, I am in agreement with most of you. He is definitely acting a bit rowdy. You're right, Graph, but I don't think there's a berserker form. So the answer to this one will be no. Or be a berserker form.
100% all day.
I'm going to say no because it's asking specifically for quarter 3.
I'm going to say no, too. I think we might see it earlier.
I am in the same boat. I think it's coming quarter 2. You boys on the board. Let's go. Me, Squall, and Jem all get points. I will say, it does not matter what we say afterwards. These first one are literally just yes or no questions. Hawk, come back. Hawk, stop blowing this lead. Cinderella story.
I would like to see a berserker form like in the latter of the show. I think that could be cool too.
Kind of like an O's situation.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Question 5. Will the final battle villain turn good in the end? All right. I'm gonna make a poll for this one. It's so hard because it's will the final battle villain turn good in the end. Who is the final battle villain? I definitely spelled villain wrong. I always spell it wrong. I'm gonna go with Vice, Juga, or GIF. All right, I'm gonna give you guys some time to answer that. The real question: who is the final villain? Yeah. See why I need you guys' help? See why I couldn't just do this on my own? I'm putting it up to you guys in the poll in the YouTube chat. Who is the final villain? Who is the final battle villain? Go ahead and get your votes in, and then we'll figure the rest of this out. No. Did you just say no? Antagonist is a better word. But that's not what I said a year ago, so it's very specific. The worst part is whatever the answer of this is affects the question. Affects the answer of this question. All right, I'm going to give you guys another 30 seconds to vote on that. Right now, Juga in the lead, 46%. It's got to be Kamen Rider Evil. D's nuts. I don't think it has to be Kamen Rider Evil. I don't think it does. Hydrate boy, what's up, Toku Chris? I know, I need it. Like I said, you'll see me sweating throughout the stream. He made us vote on a hard question. You just got here. Well, this is just the start of the video, baby. We're 20 minutes in. All right. And in the poll, at 45%, you guys say that Juga is the final battle villain. Crazy enough, the one I thought the least was the final battle villain. So, the answer is Juga. Was he redeemed at the end? He was. George was.
I want to, and like, I hope that it's a no. So like, I'm gonna say no because that's what I want to happen, you know?
Nah,
No points for Jam.
I don't see it.
No
Probably
points
will
for All
have to-
Says.
I'm gonna say no, and I might have to clarify that once we get closer to
No
the
points for
end,
Squall.
'cause it might be a little goofy. Wait, I have a prediction for later.
I think yes, just because they... You boys coming back, let's go! 2-point Hawk, 2-point Hawk. Hawk sweep, Hawk sweep. Hawk, would you wear cosplay if Fudopi got an English dub? I would wear a cosplay if Fudopi doesn't get an English dub. I just have to find enough money to get a cosplay. We've done it twice already. Storius didn't even get an arc. But that was the last question for category 1. Category 2 is all about the numbers, y'all. Answers, purely numbers. Basically, it is 3 points apiece. And if you get within 3 numbers of the actual answer, you will get that many points. Say if you can win your own prize. Yes, because that prize is, we all pitched in for it. So we all pitched in money to make enough money to buy a driver. So I just get everyone else's money. 1 off, you get 2 points. If you're 2 off, you get 1 point. Question number 1. How many riders do we get this season? Oh, how many riders do we get this season? Okay. All right, let's open it up. Here, I got this tier list here. So let's see how many of these people are riders. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Eight, 9, 10, 11, 11, right? Crimson Veil counts as a rider? No, because he's not called Kamen Rider Crimson Veil. So 11's the answer. The idea is we're not including movies. I believe I say that coming up right here. We're not including movies, and I'm not counting. I'm counting Kamen Riders, not people that have been multiple rider or not multiple riders, multiple users, if that makes sense. So like Overdemons counts as one rider. Hikaru and Tamaki, Overdemons, one rider. So like Oteka won't count as demons. George only counts as Juga. So counting again, Iki, Vice, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Genta is 2, 8, 9, 10, 11 with these two guys. Yeah, so 11. Why do you think it's 13, Yoshi? One, two, three, four, five, six. Oh, Veil, 12. Yeah, you're right. Actually, Crimson Veil doesn't count, but Veil counts. So 12. Movie Riders don't count. Oh, Demons Troopers. Demons Troopers. Do I count them as riders? All right, here. I'm gonna put this to poll too. Do Demons Troopers count? Oops. Take away that option. Yes. No. Do Demons Troopers count? Yes. No. Okay. I'll give you guys a little bit for that. According to the Kamen Rider Wiki, we have 12 different riders for the TV show if we count the troopers as riders. Who is it missing then? You counted Veil when you counted Genta twice. Oh, I did. You're right. Never mind. Okay. Yeah, you're right. That's what it was. Veil into stream. I want to say no, but they say Henshin. I don't remember anything about. I can't even remember like the faces of the Demons Troopers. Like the faces of one person that was a Demons Trooper. That's impossible to me. Okay, Vice, and Revice do not count. True, they aren't called Demon Rider Demons Troopers. Or Kamen Rider Demons Troopers. 53% of you saying Demons Troopers do not count. So, without Demons Troopers counting, we're going with the Kamen Rider Wiki answer of 12 riders.
I'm going to say maybe 5.
0 points for 5. The idea is you can get 3 points on this max if you get it dead on. If you guessed 11, you get 2. If you guess 10 or like 2 numbers away, you get 1 point.
In total, going with good and bad villains or riders. I'm thinking 5.
I'm gonna go 4.
4.
And one of them is gonna be the big bad at the end.
What crack were we on?
Here. We're gonna have 3 riders with a demon counterpart. A 4th rider, whether or not they're the secondary rider or they come in late like Gentoku, where they are just like either they're on their own, like they expelled their demon for some reason, or like it's just the demon. And then 2 bad riders, so that would be 6.
Second question is kind of a follow-up, but in the Reiwa era, it has proved to be something very different. How many drivers do you think we get with this season? I will throw this in there real quick, not counting movie riders, just during the season. I just realized I didn't answer the last question, but I think there's going to be 6 riders and 4 drivers.
Oh, and so nobody gets points for that one. We were so off. To be so innocent. To not know the amount of friggin'... Oh my gosh. It was so good. All right, so drivers. Drivers, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, not counting movie drivers, which would take out the Chimera driver, but the Juga driver is still in play. So 8 drivers for this season in total. God, that's so much.
I'm holding out hope we only get 2. We probably won't though.
Man, I'll say. Oh, it's just enough off to not get any points. It's just like the most.
Yeah,
That's the most realistic.
That's a big number, is what we all say. We're all like, that's a big number, guys. 8 is a lot. 01, I think, had more, or sorry, Saber had more, only, I think, based on... Actually, 01 had 12, I believe. Saber had more because all of them were different swords.
Answer, to be honest with you.
Honestly, yeah, that's the most toys.
This is like the betting $1 on Price is Right.
I'll go with 4. I'll go with 4 just to be safe, because I can't see them like tweaking up that driver to maybe name it something else, kind of like they did with 02 at the end of 01. So let's say 4 for me.
Question number.
Can I just say, of all the drivers that got like upgrades in this show, I am most mad that the Revice driver didn't get an upgrade. The Revice driver is so ass. And I know Jeff Toei took me off Twitch last time I said this, but I'm going to say it here on YouTube. The Revice driver is ass, and it should have been upgraded by the end of the season.
3. How many episodes do we get?
50. 50. Undisputable answer.
Total.
I'm going to say we're going to get exactly 50.
3 points for Squall. Let's go. Squall shooting up to 6 points.
See what I did
That
there?
wasn't my answer, but now I want to change it to that.
I'm gonna go 48.
I really
1 point for Alsace. Alsace up to 3 points.
dude, I don't want to say either of those, so I'm gonna say 49.
Gem, 2 points. God, what do I say here?
I'm going to go with 47.
God damn it. Just enough to not get points.
Like right there with everybody.
Yep.
Like somebody's not getting a point, but the rest
was
of
gonna
us
say-
will. How many main rider final forms do we get?
Main Rider final forms. By this, we were talking about like Cross Saber got 3 different final forms, I think, because he used the 3 different books as Cross Saber. 01 had, you know, Arc 1 and then 02. So those kinds.
Can I just say for the record that I personally don't count the 3-book Cross Saber form a final form?
Neither do I. Check my final form tier list YouTube comments because apparently it is counted.
That's all of you. That's you. We're talking about you guys. Yeah, so technically Ultimate Revi and Ultimate Vice. So 2 is the answer. Main Rider final form. So like Ability and Invincible Jean would not count.
With Saber, I was expecting another one, but like we didn't. So I'm gonna say 2.
4.
I'm gonna go.
Hold on. Jem got dead on. He said 2. So he's up to 7 points. Squall said 4. So he gets 1 point. He's at 7 as well. Ooh, Jem and Squall neck and neck.
3. I kind of
3. Alsace gets 2 points. God, I am so far behind. Why do I choose to do this?
I want to be a bitch and say 1, but I know it ain't gonna be 1.
I'm going to go with 4 for that one.
I said 4. That is 2 points at least. So I'm up to 4. I'm still in dead last.
2 main characters, Revi and Vice.
This is the weird one. How many times will Revi and Vice fight? And when we did this stream, I remember saying that it had to be like a big showdown battle. And I think that only happened one time. Am I crazy? Yeah, a lot of people in the chat are saying once. Twice. Crazy Orb, what's the other one? Because I can only think of the finale of like, it was like, we're here, it's us two facing down, fucking Dragon Ball Z style showdown. The second episode did it. All right, well, let's pull up the second episode. Shall we? Stream Plex server. Revice. Episode 2. Episode 2, I'm gonna mute it just so we don't get like super copyrighted. All right, so episode 2. I don't want to count 50 because by the time they did it in 50, they knew what was happening. But episode 2, there's them going. Even this one isn't like a showdown, if that makes sense. Like a difference in ideals. Oh, no, you're right. Yeah, that's right. The one in the bathhouse. So 2. I'll count the one in the bathhouse. That's fine. Didn't Iki fight Mind Control Vice when they were going berserk as Jack Revice? You were also right. Oh, the time Vice got controlled by GIF. Okay, so cool. So right before Thundergale also. And then him getting controlled by Vale. So 4 then. Yeah, I think it's 4. I really should have paid attention to this show. Same. You mean gift, not veil? Yeah, gift, sorry. So we'll say 4 times then. I think 4 times is the general consensus. How many times do they fight? And we're talking transformed big battle fight.
1 every 10 episodes. It's a 5. I want.
Squall says 5. That is 2 points. And he's up to 9 now.
I wanted to say 1 every 10 episodes. I feel like that's like the end of like an arc type thing for the show. But because you said 5, I'm gonna say 6. Just
6. Alsace gets 1 point, taking him up to 6 points.
just cut.
I'm thinking, I want to say 3.
I'm going to say 3 as well. Me and Jem, 2 points apiece. I go up to 6. Jem goes up to 9. Jem and Squall, neck and neck. Me and Alsace, neck and neck for last place. Let's go. How many main cast deaths? They do not have to stay dead. They just have to die.
A lot of main.
They don't have to stay dead, but they have to die. Does anyone in the main cast die? I can't count Kagero in good conscience as a death. Can we count Old Tekka as a death, though? What do you guys think? George's dad, you're right. So 2. Do you guys want to count Vice and Evil? Here. Do we count Vice and Evil? I need this one in like an actual vote. Because this is a big deal. Hiromi didn't die. I will say Hiromi does not count. The parents of Tamaki do count. I don't want to say Kagero and Vice, but if you guys choose Kagero and Vice, we will count it. Hikaru, yeah, sorry. Hikaru, not Tamaki's parents. Who knows where Tamaki's parents are? He wasn't sealed in the stamp. He was just sleeping inside inside Daiji. So is Vale. Vale's sleeping inside Genta. I'm just forgetting names left and right for this stream. Like I said, I'm leaving it up to you guys. And right now, 70% of you are saying yes. Do. All right. 69% of you, nice, say, yes, we're counting Vice and Evil. So let's go down this list of what I consider the main cast. And we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 main character deaths in this show. What about Iki's memories? Oh, you're right. You are correct. 11 of the main cast died. I feel like that's a big body count, right? 11 L's.
Riders die before their final form, so like I can see that happening as well.
I'm gonna say 3.
I'm gonna go. I was also gonna say 3.
I'm gonna say 5 because you said they didn't have to stay dead.
I already feel like none of us are getting any points.
So I'm gonna go with 5.
I'm going with 3. I'm sticking with 3.
We have a very big expendable cast this year. I'm gonna say 6. That's big fat 0. No points for anyone. Even if I didn't count Olteka and Vice and not GIF, Vale, was still no points for anybody. We honestly thought this show was gonna have 3 characters max. That's the end of the second round. 6 questions in that. Next up, round 3 is where we get crazy with it. At the beginning of the week, I texted these 3 homies and said, hey, come up with a prediction, whatever you want. Come up with 3 of them, and each prediction is worth 5 points. It can be as specific as possible. It could be like, I think in episode 46, Vice eats a hot dog. You will not be able to double up on predictions, meaning Alsace cannot piggyback off of Squall's predictions if he wanted to, but he can bet against them. And if he bets against them, then Alsace will get 5 points for that, and Squall will get no points, obviously, if the prediction is wrong. But if he bets against it and get it wrong, Alsace will get -5 points. And that's how this round is going to go. Specifically just Alsace, nobody else. Everybody else is fine.
Bro, I'm not gonna get this driver.
Let's start with Squall.
I predict our main 3 kids of the family will be a family of riders, each representing one different like generation. So like Showa, Heisei, and Reiwa to an extent of style and of personality, kind of like what Zenkaiger is doing. But I'm the most vague is just we're gonna get a family of riders, 1, 2, and 3.
Does anybody want to bet against it?
I dare you.
I will bet against it. I'm still
so
bitter about
stupid.
how they treated my girl May.
I'm so stupid.
So I think she will not be a rider. Everyone in the chat is totally on your side. All right. So Squall gets 5 points, bringing him up to 14. I get -5 points, bringing me down to 1. Hooray. I'm so mad. I'm so mad. What a dumb bet to take. I was so mad from May not becoming a rider in Saber that this is what this led to.
I already said it, and I created the game, so I'm going to stick with going against you and betting against you. I'll say it. Give me a prediction.
I know this counters one of my predictions I made earlier, but now I've been thinking about it. Vice is gonna be the big bad. They're gonna have to kill Vice at the end.
I'll bet against that he's gonna be like the big bad or he's evil. I think that he's gonna have to die regardless. I feel like all the demons are probably gonna have to perish by the end, unless they're tied to a rider or something that.
Huh. So a lot of people were saying ding ding in the chat. The problem is you did not vote Vice as the big bad. You said Juga was the big bad. But they have to kill Vice is a good bet. So I'm going to ask you guys, how many points does Alsace get? And how many points does Squall get taken away? 2 through 5. He did say they have to kill Vice. Yes, they did have to kill Vice. So you can give him any amount of points as you want. But this is one of the ones that we'll leave in the viewer's hands. 3 because he's half right. 3 isn't half of 5. It is the closest half, though. Squall should lose points regardless. Whatever points you guys choose to award to Alsace, I will take from Squall. I could take 5 and be a dick, but I will only take the amount that you say. Forget big. He wasn't even bad. He was big when he was a duck. When he was a duck, he's big. It seems pretty sealed. 49% of you, 47% of you saying 3 points awarded. So that's 3 points to Alsace, bringing him up to 9. Taking 3 points away from Squall, bringing him down to 11. Demon Duck Supremacy. Let's go!
Free everyone. They're really trying to push him as like the next Momotaro. So I don't.
Jem, what's your prediction?
I feel like obvious predictions for the show would be that one of the dead mans will be a Kamen Rider.
Anybody taking against it?
One of the dead mans will be a Kamen Rider. Jem, shooting up to 14 points. Let's go. That one was easy.
I totally feel that.
No, yeah, I think it's right on the money. I think that Vice goes berserk at some point, kills a supporting cast member, which causes Iki to be afraid of transforming for an episode or 2.
Like a build vibe, right? Like where he's kind of like
Yes,
the
that's
power.
what I was basing it off of. Overwhelms him.
Yeah, okay.
What did I think this show was going to be? What did I think this show was going to be? Ah! First sentence is true, I guess. I don't know. Mind control and berserk. Different things. I did walk into the show expecting something completely different. I was like, meh, meh. Jack Revice isn't him going berserk though, right? All right, fine. Here, I'll leave it up to you guys, but I'm gonna go in the low end. I'll put 1, 2, 3. I wouldn't even put 5 as an option and 4 because you can't get 5 options. Normally people say ignorance is bliss, but yours was pain. I am so much less confident in next week's predictions now than I was before this. I'm watching this and I'm like, man, I really shit the bed on this. I was really bad at predicting stuff. Kind of want to put 4 just for pity. if you want to get like, I am the channel you're on. So assumedly you enjoy me, you like me, and you don't want to see me in pain. So don't ruin my day and get me in the negatives. That would not be great. That would not be great. Iki was afraid in episode 2. You're right. You're right. I'm almost dead last. I have 1 point on the board. In a double-digit game, I have 1 point on the board. But some of you are taking mercy on me. 2 points for me, 38%. Thank you very much, chat. I will give myself 3 points. Or 2 points. Now I'm at 3. I mean, people hate watch, so I don't know. All 90 people watching stream right here just hate watching.
Yeah. Oh, I would love to see that, honestly. All right, so I'm not gonna counter it. I want to see it.
Another prediction already. I'm gonna say one of the dead men is gonna become a rider, and he's gonna be badass, and he's gonna fuck shit all over the place. And like, bro, like midway through the season, something happens. Maybe like one of the dude dead men, like the girl dies, and he's like sad about it, right? And that leads him on a path to his redemption arc, where he becomes one of the good guys in the end.
Going off the rules that there's no duplicates, your prediction is that one of the dead men's, the main 3 that we've seen, turns good.
He's getting a redemption arc. He's getting, and it's gonna be so unsatisfying.
The final prediction was one of the dead man's fucks and joins Team Revice. Does Tamaki fuck? Is the question. I will put this on the high side for everyone. 2, 3, 4, or 5 points. You guys choose. Tamaki is an option. Aguilera also an option. He did keep saying he, but we'll let it slide. You know, he wasn't hot in the pronouns, so. Best prediction ever, 0 out of 10 in show for this not being right. Just one of the dead man's fucks. And quite honestly, it's probably Aguilera. Aguilera, probably the one that does fuck. Ortega did fuck, but he didn't get redeemed. True. Tamaki's whole plot is that he couldn't fuck. Let's go! Tamaki doesn't know what sex is. 38% of you. Actually, we're close. 38% to 30%. I'll give it a few seconds for a few more votes to come in. It's either 3 points or it's 5 points. Half of you think he's spot on. Half of you think he's a little off. I do believe you could change your votes if you want to. Geets will be the best Kamen Rider. I don't think it could be subjective like that. All right. Final voting is in, and 38% of you said Allsace gets 3 points for that, bringing him up to 12 points, just ahead of Squall. Gem's still in the lead.
And it's gonna be really rushed. Yeah.
George Kairizaki, the leader or the scientist of Phoenix, is the leader, or his inner demon. He was able to separate, and the leader GIF is him, or was part of him, or he created it somehow. Like, he's responsible for why these monsters are now, like, you know, forming nightclubs.
He's so
together,
close.
Can I counter that? Because I actually have a theory of my own. I think GIF is his dad, but I think that when he died, he actually like put his subconscious or something into GIF, because I didn't believe.
They're both so close, but the prediction is George is connected to the creation of the Dead Man's. Technically not the prediction. The prediction is George is GIF. But Gem just bet against it. The betting against is literally just yes or no. So Squall loses 5 points, bringing him down to 6. Gem getting into a big lead with 19. Betting against it is literally just saying, no, that doesn't happen. So it doesn't matter what you think will happen. It's literally just yes or no.
When George was like, and then he died, I was like, no, he didn't. Dads in Kamen Rider are shitty. Okay, it unfortunately has to do with George again, but this is just another like wild one. I think he's going to be the third rider. He just gives me third rider vibes.
Why would the dude who loves Kamen Rider not make himself a belt?
George is the third rider of Revice. Wrong. Not the third. Not even the fifth or the sixth.
No,
Maybe he can't. Maybe he doesn't have his demon anymore because it's GIF.
I think that Vice wears a Santa suit during the Christmas episode.
Oh yeah, all day. What the fuck? Yeah.
I would have bet $1 million on this one, and it didn't happen. I was so mad. I was so mad watching the Christmas episode. I was like, here comes the Santa suit. Here comes the Santa suit. Here it comes. Never came. No, you only get negative if someone bets against you. So mad. That's absolutely something Vice would do. It didn't happen. Home run. Anybody betting against?
Fuck no.
All right. I'll say what is your third and final prediction?
This is more of like a Heisei thing, not so much a Reiwa thing, but I think they're going to do it. The final form, all white, sleek, all white, and it's either going to have the stamps, like the actual like physical stamps, like all over attached to it, or it's going to have like the emblems of each like little one, like on like his arms and shit.
I'm betting against it because I think the secondary rider gets
Let's fucking go!
all stamps form. Plus, I
was
hate when they
thinking
put every gimmick on a rider.
No, I hate it too, but
Let's fucking go! Me and Squall bringing me up to 8 points, bringing Squall back to 11. 8, 11, bringing All Saints down to 7. Eat shit, Christian Antoine. Let's go! Back on the board. Revice Genius form. I hate any form, mainly Grangio. That's like, oh, every gimmick, every little Funko Pop things.
I can just see it happen.
I will bet
was
against
seeing,
it
like-
just because I don't want to see it happen.
Jem, your third and final prediction.
I'm going to go all the way out with this one. Iki will die in the end. That's what I've wanted from the beginning of Reiwa, and I'm going to keep asking for it until they give me. I want them to kill.
21 Complete is different. 21 Complete is so ridiculous, it rolls back into like great.
The main hero.
I'm gonna counter it though. I'm gonna say he's staying around. He ain't dying.
I really want to counter, but I won't because I don't want to lose. I don't want to end up with like negative 18 points on this.
I'm gonna counter it too. I really like when
Damn
shows
it!
especially can bookend something. So think of the first episode where he can see Vice. What if at the very end of the show he can't see him anymore, but Vice is
Iki will die at the end of the season, which is the exact opposite of what happened. So, hey, Squall dead on though. Like, hold on.
I really like when shows especially can bookend something. So think of the first episode where he can see Vice. What if at the very end of the show he can't see him anymore, but Vice
Squall was probably the prediction of the whole last show. Let's go. I don't get 5 points. Squall gets 5 points, bringing him up to 17. Alsace gets 5 points, bringing him up to 12. Back to 12. And Gem gets minus 5 points, bringing him down to 14.
Vice is still around and he can kind of go off and do his own little stories. That's how you could continue it and keep it going. Hooked on Henshin's asked if I was okay. I'm doing great. I'm gonna go all out here. This is something that like I wrote a long time ago and I was like, that would be so cool to see in a show like Kamen Rider. And now I'm like looking at this a little more objectively. I could see this being a thing. Our 3 dead men are people that are no longer alive. And because they're no longer alive, that's how they can gain their human forms. They probably don't even know this and they're gonna find out.
I don't think
that
Squall's the
they,
writer for Revice anymore.
You know, like years ago, like these people.
He
that
was
they
spot
were,
on with one and just the
died,
furthest off with the
probably, like,
other.
really sad and lonely because you can't be apart from your people or something. I don't know. I'm just gonna say that like they're people that are no longer alive. My other prediction was that Aguilera would have a musical episode, so I hope it's this one.
I can see that
Nobody bets against it, but it is wrong, so no points get awarded.
happening.
Can't wait for that to be episode like 14 and Squall just be, damn it, I had it. I think we get a Yodana style story with Aguilera where Gift takes over Aguilera and takes her as a host.
No.
Dude,
I can
not
see
gonna
that.
lie, that kind of sounds like Yodona from Kira Major.
That's what I said.
Oh,
At the beginning. Yeah.
It reminds me of that. I like from like, you know, oh, I was like, why does that really sound familiar?
I just feel like they wouldn't do that 2 years in a row. Like they wouldn't try to milk that.
Hey, Squall, get fucked.
I'll take the negative points if it happens. I will gladly take the point. I do Tokusatsu Girlfriend with my lovely finance, Lauren. That's where you can find me on Twitter, Squall Charleston, YouTube, Squall Charleston, pretty much everywhere. That's where I am.
You know me.
Ladies, gentlemen, non-binaries, everyone. The winner of Tokusatsu Predictions Revice is Squall Charleston. Let's tweet this out so that my boy knows what he won. I actually think I still have his picture that he sent in. I still have his picture that he sent in, so we'll tweet that at him. Let's see. Squall. Alsace, Pronghorn. There it is. Let's do this picture. Let's copy image. Paste image. There you go. Your winner of Toku Predictions Revice with, what did he have? 23 points or something stupid? White on white. Here, I'm dragging over my face. 23. With 23 points. Squall Charleston. I knew it. I freaking knew it too. Single digits Hawk. Dude, I'm so sad. How did I end up with 3 points out of this whole thing? Crazy. Absolutely insane. All right, I'm going to tweet it at Squall. Winner of Toku Predictions, Revice, with 3 points, or 23 points, Squall Charleston. Final tally. Hawk, 3 points. I keep bringing it up, and I keep closing it, because it's Squall, 23, Gem, 14, Alsace, 12. Squall, 23, Gem, 14, Christina, 12. Oh, I need to do some homework for Geets. I need to like just figure out, just watch 1,000,000 episodes of Rider and just be like, oh, what do they do? All right. Don't forget, next week Tuesday, Toku Tuesday night, 6 p.m. twitch.tv/Achilles. 6 p.m. we just kind of hang out and talk about the news and everything. And then, well, it's not light mode cringe, guys. I enjoy light mode. Oh, we're still going. We still got something to do. I was ready to end the stream. No, we got a friggin' There's one more thing in the title. Let's rate these fools from Kamen Rider Revice real quick. Because I don't think I'll be doing like a large review. So let me just rate all the characters for y'all, so you know where they stand with me. Yeah? We'll do this real quick. Turn back on this playlist so I can hear some cool stuff in my ears. I'll turn it up there and then turn it down for me. Boom. Let me know if you like can't hear me or anything. All of a sudden the chat's going insane. Hiromi S tier. Love Cub Sakura F tier. Everyone else, or S tier, everyone else mid. Are you going to put Julio and Tamaki in the same chair? Yeah. Yeah, this is just one I found. Here, I'll put it in the chat in case you guys want to do it too. Don't forget, you can post stuff in the Discord under tier lists. But can we get this list in the Discord? Yeah, I'll just drop it in the Discord too. Tier lists. There you go. And if you want to join the Discord, I will drop the Discord invite in the chat as well. Doo-doo. There you go. There's the invite to the Discord. All right. So, like I said, in lieu of doing an actual big tier list, let's do... Or, sorry, in lieu of actually doing like a big review, let's do an actual tier list of what I thought of each character, their story, their design. Like, we're just gonna roll it all up into one, which is hard because a lot of these characters have a lot going for them. A lot of stuff going on. So, starting out with one, our boy, Iki. Iki. Kamen Rider Revice. The main character of this show. There's a lot of things I like about Iki. He learns a lot in this show about himself. Everyone's like, oh, he's a busybody. He's a busybody. He needs to look out for himself. But he doesn't actually start doing that because I feel like he always falls back into being a busybody, and he doesn't actually start doing that until they physically make him forget that he is a busybody, that he can help. Once he's like, oh, I can't help, then he starts taking care of himself, which is like the last episode. So, other than that, the suit, I think, number one suit, not number one suit, sorry, 10 out of 10 suit. It's absolutely one of my favorite suits in Rider of all time. Iki, as a character, as a writer, I'm going to drop him B tier. I think he is great. I think he's a little too stagnant until he's forced to not be, if that makes sense, like at the very end. How do I have 20 notifications? Okay, so Squall liked it. He saw that he won. I feel like there's a lot more that could have been done with him. Yeah, I don't know. He just started. The only reason, the start of the end, he kind of started at the same point that he ended, but the only reason he changed is because he like had to forget all his memories to do it. So Squall just replied. Squall just replied, he said, holy hell, today just keeps getting better. Geet's predictions coming next. No, not Geet's predictions coming next. Fool, you ran this court. I need to get some people I think I can beat on Geet's predictions. That's why you're not on this, Squall. No. 23-3. Mark my words, Geet's predictions, I'm doing way better. Shout out to Squall. I will get him his belt. Vice. Vice as a character. Are you saying you think you could beat me? Absolutely, Thomas. I'm saying it at least won't be. I at least won't get 3 points against you. That's my thing. Vice changes a whole lot in this show. Vice is probably one of the best characters in the show. His whole thing is obviously tied to Iki. He doesn't really have his own story as much as a him and Iki buddy story, which is great. But I do feel like he changes a lot, enough for me to put him in A tier for this. Because I do like a lot of what happens with him. He has Jack Revice, which is one of the best suits in the whole show. For a character that I thought was going to be absolute dog shit at the beginning of the season, he ended up being one of my favorite characters of the whole show. So A plus for Vice. A plus for Vice. Daiji has easily one of my favorite arcs in the show in Holy Live, when he starts going berserk and starts letting his righteousness get a hold of him. It's great. I love it. Live and Holy Live, I don't know I love the suits so much. They're definitely great suits, but they don't like. There's just way better suits in this season, which is the problem for me. But Daiji, good enough. I like I said, I like his story as Holy Live, his righteousness, and then him having to circle back and realize what he actually needs in Kagero. I'm gonna put him in B tier. Behind his brother, like the Don brother said in the chat, but still a B tier. Sorry I'm late, I was buying a car. Squall, my boy! Congratulations. Congratulations on the car. Congratulations on the Desire driver. It's all coming up, Squall. You absolutely blew us out of the water. It wasn't until you actually had the best prediction of the whole thing. You had the best prediction of the whole thing in saying that at the end of this show, Vice wouldn't, or Iki wouldn't see Vice, which is crazy. Kagero coming up, a big fat C tier for me. Evil is super cool, guys. I love Evil. Kagero's story is way too. I hate Kagero coming back. And I said it on the Tokusatsu World Tour last night. Cheap little plug. Tokusatsu World Tour, we reviewed the whole season. I hate that he comes back in such a technology-centered season, because the Vice Stamps, we're straight up told, are technology. They're created by George and George's dad. And the reason he comes back is because Daiji cries on the Vice Stamp and the Vice Stamp changes. So that sucks. But like Lucas said in the chat, he misses too much of the show for me to be like a high B. Was this frame not on the entire time? Well, I don't have the frame. Oh no, it's on. Okay, cool. He just misses too much for me to be up there with Kagero, or to be up there with Daiji. I think he's a firm C tier. Sakura, Kamen Rider Jean. Sakura is going to be A tier for me. She just gets so much development, so much story. She's a catalyst for so much story in other characters that it's kind of obvious she wanted to be the main character, or the writers wanted her to be the main character. She grew so much throughout the show. Invincible Jean, not a great power-up. I'm not in love with it, which is why she's not S tier. Invincible Jean and Jean the suit itself, not in love with. What holds her back is the weekend for me. I can see that for sure. F, her whole character is just saying she's invincible. No, she ain't. She was the least invincible character. Worst version of X8 and Muteki. True. Sakura's going in A tier. Love Cove. For me, Love Cove. F tier. We'll go C tier. She's not F. She's not S. Don't say S tier. There's no way she is S tier. She's just a big fat nothing. I hate that she like started talking. Before she could only say her name like a Pokemon, and now she's like, oh, I'm gonna talk. She was occasionally funny, true. When Hiromi had to like protect her and shit, awesome. But I'm gonna give her a C tier. She's just nothing. She's funny enough to not be F tier. I'll give her that. Genta Igarashi, otherwise known as Junpei, is also gone for a lot of the season, which holds him back from S tier, because I do think him being gone is the right way to like push somebody to the side for a little bit. He has some of the best moments in this whole season. Oh gosh, where do I put him? He has, but his best moments aren't in the season. They're in Veil. Most of them are in Veil. So I'm gonna go A tier. I'm gonna go A tier for Genta. Genta is awesome. D-Stream is awesome. He loves his kids. He's a YouTuber. He's just like me. He's like me for real, for real. Me and Genta, we are the same. He loves his kids so much. God, fuck it. S tier. S tier for Genta. Talking through it sold me. Why not count the Veil spinoff? I'm counting the Veil spinoff. I'm counting yeah, the Beyond Generations and all that stuff. Genta's S tier, and it's not just because of D-Stream. It's because of everything. He loves his kids so much. The Veil thing comes out of absolutely nowhere when it happens. In that, just everything about it is good. Every time he's on screen, it makes it better. Squall, Revice worth the watch. I hate that you won and you didn't even watch the season. Yeah, it is. I would say so for sure. Hawk, Family Man, S tier. Oh, you're a dad like me? S tier, get up there. No, it's just every time he's on screen, he makes the show better. Simple as that. He makes every scene better. Veil was pretty cool. Was great. I watched O's, same thing. I'm not gonna say you're not wrong. But yeah, if you have the time, because I know your wedding's coming up, congratulations. And you bought a car, so apparently you're just having a gigantic week. You're officially Squall. Congratulations on everything this week. If you have the time to sit through 50 episodes, yeah, I would say it's good, and it's probably better in a binge like that. Veil, yeah, I'm gonna agree with Hafiz, and he's pretty much Kagero. He's a C tier. He's fine. He's there, and he pushes along the story well. Veil, best villain in the show, really. I'm gonna put him in C tier. The reason I can't put him in B tier is because he's not Iki and Daiji level. He's just fine. No, he's more than fine. Scratch that. Whom won prediction? Squall did. 23 points ahead. Yeah, he pushes along the story really well, and he's a good antagonist to Genta. But that's pretty much what he is. They have like their own little story. Veil's a plot device. He's a menacing plot device with a menacing voice, but a plot device nonetheless. Yeah. Mama-san! She's lovely. I love her. She's fantastic. She's the heart of the family, but she's not much more than that. She's firmly C tier. She's probably the highest of all these in terms of C tier. She didn't do anything wrong. And she's great in the Veil spinoff. Actually, you know what? Let's put her B tier. Let's put her B tier firmly because of the Veil spinoff. She helps everyone grow. You're right. How you gonna do that to her? I'm gonna put her B tier. Put her B tier. She, like I said, she helps everyone grow. She's fantastic. Winter Geats predictions coming next Thursday night, 6:30 at twitch.tv/Achilles. We're doing it live. So B tier. Hiromi is far and away the best rider in the show. The best Kamen Rider in this show. Boom. Hiromi is everything. How are you gonna separate Genta from his wife? He was separated from his wife literally 90% of the show. She just was holding down the fort the whole time. Vale and Daystream had one of the best fight scenes ever. If Hawk does the Toku Awards for fight scene, Vale and Daystream would win. Toku Awards 2023 will happen. Don't worry. Yeah, Hiromi just, he is the Kamen Rider of this show. He stands for being a Kamen Rider. Everything he stands for being a Kamen Rider. He's much more less family oriented than everyone else, and he's much more like just true good oriented. George is a complete asshole at the beginning, and I love it. I love how much of an ass George is to Hiromi. I love that he's like the perfect foil for Hiromi at the beginning. He's just such a dick. Even when like Hiromi knows bad stuff is happening, when Hiromi is like, hey, this is sucking the life out of me and it's the worst, but like I need to use it to save people, George is like, yeah, it's killing you. Henshin again, bitch. Do it. Because I know you will. Feed the demon inside this belt. Like, people forget, George is an asshole. And then he just takes this complete 180 and becomes just the ultimate good. And it's so annoying until the Juga episodes, and he's all of a sudden an asshole again. George and his dad's relationship, fine. George is going in B tier for me. George feels like he has two different riders. Not riders vroom vroom, riders like whoop, 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 on the page. He's so disjointed in this season, and I want to love him, and I do love him for different reasons on each of those. But he feels like he's written by so many different people that just want him to be different things. So he flip-flop. He's just disjointed. He flip-flops too much. I love the Commander. I love the Commander. He is so wasted. He goes in C tier. He's just wasted. He's not great. Which is a bummer because he could have been such a great character, but he is really just to Wakabayashi. Yeah. Serve his purpose. Exactly right. He's really just there for Hiromi's growth. Kemi! Hot Doctor! Let's go! I genuinely forgot he existed until this stream. Understandable. Kemi, Hot Doctor! Remember when she was dating Hiromi? Or was she dating Daiji? Either way, our first F tier of the stream goes to Hot Doctor. She is just waifu for the sake of waifu, but then they couldn't figure out whose waifu she was, which sucks. Just figured out Commander's actor was an Amazon. Yeah, he was an Amazon's. Which is a bummer. She had so much potential, and they like were focused. She was one of those people that was like there from like around the start, and then slowly got a bigger role over time, which is great. But she just, yeah, she's flopped here for sure. Maybe it was a polyamorous relationship. No, because one of them was thought to be dead. It's such a bummer. I wanted her to be so good. Akashi, kind of our big bad for a lot of the season. Carried the weight of the villain role for a lot of the season because Gift was a statue. A lot of the time. This is one of the most divisive characters. So many people are like it's in chat right now. S tier, F tier, A tier, C tier. For me, he goes in B tier. And let me tell you why. I understand why people hate him. His motivation isn't great. But as soon as he starts realizing that because his connection to GIF, that these people should be his family and Daiji should be his family, and he started trying to be the dad, it sold it for me completely. It 100% sold it for me. And his death, one of the best parts of the show, one of the most gratifying parts of the show, because Daiji the entire time is like, fuck you, you're not my dad. You're not my dad, Akaishi. And then he murders him. He shoots him in cold blood. Execution. And it's so good. He has such a good he just has such a good arc. And I think his actor is amazing. He's gonna go in B tier for me. Aguilera / Hana. Where do you guys put Hana / Aguilera? I don't know why there's two Julios. This is just what I found, and it put it. He's gonna go in the same tier. I just won't use Tamaki. Ooh, lots of C's, some B's, S tier. Next to Sakura, let them be gay. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you right now. All right, YouTube, you're getting the full-on Achilles experience right now. Aguilera, hands down, is the best character in Kamen Rider Revice. S tier. Far and away the best character in Kamen Rider Revice. Her stories are amazing. A child in a cult that has thought her entire life that she is going to lead alongside this demon god or the actual devil, only to be betrayed, realize she's a false queen, and have to deal with not knowing her place because this is all she's ever known. And then finding Solstice, finding a family in, I don't care what the show says at this point, in the love of her life, finding a home, and trying to get redemption for the rest of the show, trying to repay for her sins for the rest of the show, to the point where she has no loyalty to anyone but herself. Not even to Sakura. She loves Sakura, but her loyalty is not to Sakura, it's to Hana. And figuring out how to repay for the sins of Aguilera. It's just it's good. It's amazing. It's amazing, and she's the best character in this whole show. And Riot and Bloom, a banger. You are all correct. Chat is correct. Far and away the best story in Revice. Ortega! Can I get in chat? Just unanimous, fuck this fool. Ortega sucks. Ortega, the worst. He's a very good villain. He's just an asshole of a person. He's a bastard for sure. He's going in B tier for me. He's just the worst. He's a piece of shit through and through. He's menacing. There's a weird point. There's such a weird point in the show where they try to redeem him by showing that he's like an assault survivor, that he like was abused as a child. And then they're just like, oh yeah, but he's like extra shitty. Then they just switch it up and go, but he's the fucking worst. He stamps normal civilians, just turning them into Giftarians the whole time. He doesn't get redeemed. And then he just gets eaten by Gif. He just gets jobbed out by a statue. He also, quote unquote, kills Hiromi in the worst way. He's just... And then when he becomes demons, you just hate him so much more. You just hate him so much more. In fact, yeah, I'm going to put him up in A tier. He stamped kids too. You are correct. I'm going to put him in A tier. He is a villain through and through. He's a villain through and through, and I dig it. Honestly, loved when he became demons. Dude, I hated him so much for becoming demons. Jeff Toei said no homo to Sakura in his relationship. Jeff Toei can say what he wants. Achilles says homo. Achilles says very homo. I feel like he really could have been the final antagonist of the show. Absolutely. If he like... I hate doing... Because I've done it a lot with Revice, but I hate being like, well, if they would have done this. But if he would have like took over GIF A+. The show would have ended so well. Tamaki slash Julio has one of the most fire fits of this whole show. One of the most fire drips of this whole show. Cool as Julio. Hilarious that the whole impetus for him deciding to want to commit genocide and become like the villain of the story was somebody tore his Yu-Gi-Oh card. Tamaki Julio, a fucking nerd, guys. Wolf Riot did go crazy when he was just like, you killed the man that ripped my Yu-Gi-Oh card. Blah, 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 blah. Hilarious. But he does become Overdemons in a very finally earned moment. It might have took a little too long for it, but he finally becomes Overdemons in a very earned way. He is the pawn, I guess, to Aguilera through and through at every point. He's gonna go in C tier. He protected himself just enough not, or he kept fighting his way back up from F tier, if you know what I mean. Like every couple of episodes, I'm like, God, Tamaki's he's just nothing. Why is he there? And then he just fights his way back up and has a really good episode, and then does nothing for a couple episodes again. Gifu! Gif! The devil! Satan himself! I guess I can pull this out more, huh? I could probably make it big now. Satan himself! It's so sad. I have to agree with the chat. Like, unanimously, GIF is an F tier all around. He just, like... GIF was more menacing as a statue than he was when he actually became a thing. A demon. And then when he became a demon, he just hung out in his little realm the whole time. And it was a bummer. The whole time I was expecting him to combine with Akashi. And that would have been golden for me. The stream just dropped by half the viewers when I gave Gifu F. Y'all are crazy. Yeah, the whole time, it's just, if he would have combined with Akaishi and they would have been the big bad, that would have made a lot more sense to me. But he just does nothing. So hyped up for nothing. Exactly. He barely did anything besides the reason to the events of the show. Yeah. And like his backstory was so cool. The fact that he was the reason that the family had these demons, and like he was so connected with the family in that way. He was basically, you want to talk about family. Family is what makes the show good. He was basically Vice's dad, and they just never use it. Or Vice's grandpa. Vale was Vice's dad. He's basically Vice's grandpa, and they just never use it. So, Gifu's F tier. George's daddy. Daddy for me. Daddy has to go in C tier. Because I don't like him enough to put him with Iki, Daiji, and them. And I don't hate him enough to go in F tier. He has some good moments. Not a ton. S for the voice modulator. I'm surprised we never saw his face. His young actor is hot. You ain't lying, Maggie. You ain't lying. It is true. He just doesn't have enough, if that makes sense. And I didn't fully love that he was like the worst part of the D-Stream episode for me, if that makes sense. Poor man's Shroud. Exactly. Yeah, he's not great, but he's not terrible. He's not these two level. Tamaki's dad. You guys want another Achilles moment? F for putting a demon in his son, super effed up. Also true. You guys want another Achilles moment? Ready? Here we go. Tamaki's dad. Not Tamaki. I keep saying Tamaki. Sorry. Hikaru's dad. Kind of the leader of Weekend for a while. Has one of my favorite scenes in this entire show. It just, I can't even pretend. The scene that he dies and Akaishi asks him if he loved him is one of the best scenes in this entire show. Bar none, full stop. It saves so much of this character for me. And I don't want to base this whole character off of that just one scene, but it's one of the best scenes in this whole show, with two characters that honestly, up until that point, tons of people were like, these dudes fucking suck. He's gonna go in C tier. I'll sort this by like an actual ranking when we're done, but he's gonna go in C tier. He's probably bigger than a lot of these. He's not Iki level, Daiji level, but he goes in B. He actually, yeah, you know what? We'll put him at the bottom of B because he is that good in that scene and like just leading up to that. Nicholas, the mom is F tier. You are correct. She's just nothing. There's no reason for her. She's just. I don't think she has more than 6 lines. I forgot she existed as well. She's just deaf. Nothing. It's a bummer. And then let's talk about Hikaru. Let's talk about Kamen Rider over Demons. Where are you putting Hikaru? This is one of the most excited I am to see. Where are you guys putting Sakura's future husband? I thought a ton of people were putting S tier. It's literally just you, Baby Yoshi. Oh, a lot of people hated Hikaru. Is that canon? No, it's not canon. It's not canon, but I guarantee you Toei will do it. Revice 10 years later, she is married to Hikaru. Bet me a Desire Driver right now. Do it. I was so pissed when I found out. I was so pissed when I found out that he was over Demons. They did the thing where they like were like, hey, here's this nothing character. He's a Kamen Rider now. And then they like slowly started building his character after that. He had his own little arc. It was fine. Had a beginning and an end. Chopped together. Bet you 3 Desire Drivers. Bring it. And it was fine. It was just a very short arc. Hikaru is fine. Hikaru is not the Ren of this show. He goes in C tier. If you want to know who the Ren of the show is, it's Busan. Busan's the Ren. 3 Desire Drivers in 10 years, let's go. With my luck, Desire Drivers are going to be like $140 in 10 years. Canceled. I almost thought in episode 50 they were going to shoe in some Hikaru Sakura romance. Thank God they did it. It almost seemed like they would. And then he was just like, oh yeah, I haven't seen you in forever. Which one means he doesn't practice karate anymore. So like, fuck him. And 2, I really hope they're not like, oh, and then we just saw each other again and we fell in love. Yay. Boo is great. Fuck you. Busan is one of the dudes that just disappears forever. Why is Love Coven C rank? Because she's just nothing. She's funny enough to be not an F tier. Tamaki deserves to be down here by himself, by the way. He doesn't get ranked because he's up here with Julio. All right, so let's do this in order. It's going to be like this. It's going to go Sakura, or sorry, God damn it. It's going to be Aguilera Hana, Hiromi, Genta. It's going to be Vice, Sakura, Olteka is fine. It's going to be Iki, Akashi, George, Daiji, Mama-san, Weekend Dad. It's so bad. I don't know his name and he's in B tier. Weekend Dad. And then it's going to go Daddy, Kagero, Tamaki, Veil, Hikaru, Veil, Love Cove, Hikaru, Wakabayashi, and then it'll go Gif, Akemi, and Nameless Mother. That is how we were ranking the main cast of Kamen Rider Revice. Wakabayashi is so weird. He's just there purely to drive Hiromi's plot. And it sucks because he's so good. One of my favorite moments is when they find out he's crazy and they grab him and then he's like, it's so good. So good. But that's where everyone falls for me. Oh, Kamen Rider Revice. What a ride. What a ride. The L lesbian tier is Hana Sakura and their kid Love Cup. I almost said Hakura. So, this might be one of the last times y'all hear me talk about. But that wasn't Wakabayashi. Yeah, but it was literally the only Wakabayashi we saw the whole show. There was a flashback where he died, but other than that, the whole time it was that dude. This is probably the last time we'll really talk about Revice and stuff, because obviously Geats starts next week. So expect a whole lot of videos on Geats coming up. Probably a live stream somewhere in there to talk about the first couple episodes. Yeah, I love this show enough to grab a Revice helmet. So that's what it tells you. It literally couldn't be bad for me by the end, because I was like, I bought a helmet, okay? It can't be terrible. But next week, real quick, let's go through it. Tuesday, Toku Tuesday night over on twitch.tv/Achilles. We sit and hang out for an hour, and then at 7 p.m. Pacific time, we watch the newest episodes of Kamen Rider and Super Sentai. That means first up at 7 p.m. is Dawn Brothers episode 27, and then 7:30-ish will be Kamen Rider Geats episode 1. If you want to watch it with a community where we talk, we joke, we have fun, we have a bunch of hype emotes too. That's going to be a blast for episode 1 of Geats. And then Wednesday, Tokusatsu World Tour. Myself and Jem from Pronghorn Heroes are going to be talking Kamen Rider Geats episode 1, what we hope, what we want, what we liked about the episode. And then and then on Thursday, we'll do Toku predictions for Geats with some of the most lovely people that I know. Let's go down the list just real quick. Probably just the best person that I've ever met is myself. I will be there. Thomas Jujubee will be there. Keza Henshin will be there. And Marcos Satsu, otherwise known as Marcos Houses. Oh my god, that's me. Thomas, look. It's you. He still hasn't told me if he's going to be this form of Thomas or a regular in-person Thomas. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But that's going to be Toku predictions. Geats, it is 6 p.m. Pacific next Thursday. Probably more around 6:30. Just so we can get everything done and set up. That's going to be a blast. Somebody asked, why don't I show episode 5 of Fudo PI? The reason I don't show Fudo PI or Decker in Toku Tuesday night is because I think it's such a dick move to show things that are available legally. Because my number one thing is I want to spread this stuff with everyone. So if it's available legally, I would rather send you there to Crunchyroll into the Decker YouTube channel, so that you can add to those numbers and they know we want more of that stuff. So for me to just show it on stream would just be an asshole move. I hate it so much. I know there are people that do it. To each his own. To me, I've said since moment one, the minute we get simulcasts for Sentai and Rider, I'll stop doing Toku Tuesday night as it is right now and do it some other way. Yeah, very accessible. I can't literally spoon feed you to you when it's the most accessible Toku out there. I brought Crunchyroll just for Fudo PI. Good. If you want to check out some other stuff on Crunchyroll, there are some other Toku things. I heard Gotcha Man Crowds was good. Gia told me that. why am I blanking? Love at the End of World Domination is a Super Sentai love story. And then there's one more. Oh, there's one more big one that's like currently airing. Oh, Forest Gridman is obviously great. Miss Kuritsu and the Monster Development Department is about someone who works for a shocker-like organization and develops the monster of the weeks. So if that, it's a comedy. If that sounds good to you, go watch that. How did I come back just when you said my name? Gia, I'm mad you weren't here the whole time. Aren't you a mod here? I'm supposed, there you go. Maybe your other channel's a mod. But those are all great. Is all of Fudo PI free on Crunchyroll? I believe that Crunchyroll makes it free the week after. And then if you just want need to watch Miss Kuritsu, a good VA is in it. Is Majin's VA in it? Is that why you're saying that? It's a really good show. I haven't watched all of it. I think I've watched 7 or 8 episodes, but it's good. If you want my personal opinion, go watch Fate Zero. I love Mushoku Tensei. I love. If you can get through the weird parts of Mushoku Tensei, all the better. It has some weird parts, but it's great. And then Skate the Infinity, also a great anime on Crunchyroll. Go watch it. But that is where I'm going to sign off, y'all. Let's go side to side. That's where I'm going to sign off. I will see you next Tuesday for Toku Tuesday night. If I don't see you there and you just want to stick to YouTube, that's cool too. Chill on the YouTube videos. Watch some old YouTube videos. Why don't you put an anime recommendation in the Discord? You can just drop them in the TV show stuff. Thank you so much for everyone for watching, though. This was a blast. I can't wait for next Thursday for Toku Predictions. Please say goodnight to everyone in the chat. You've all been fantastic. I'm going to say goodnight to you right here, and I will see you next time.